So there was a movie back, I think in the 50s, called A Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a guy at the top of the stairs would scream, Stella! Yeah, so Dennis thought it was hilarious to do that.
I'm sure you thought it was also equally hilarious.
Sure.
Sure, that's the deal.
Yeah.
This is Beyond the Moon, a Ditch Witch podcast where we dig deep into news, job site stories, Ditch Witch culture, and all the other dirt that makes up the industry.
In the heart of northern Wisconsin, where the virgin woods cradle a string of sleepy tourist towns, a quiet transformation is underway. This region, known for its natural beauty and laid-back lifestyle, is a sanctuary for families from southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and Minnesota who retreat to cabins by serene lakes. Here the stars paint the night sky while the haunting calls of the loon echo across the water, replacing the noise of traffic. It's a place where time-honored traditions draw back year after year, seeking solace in the Northwoods embrace. What did that sound like to you?
I mean, you should start doing book readings.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It felt like a book, right?
Yeah.
It's not. So that was a quick little shout out to Alyssa Detloff, who's with Padilla, who's our PR agency up in Minnesota. This is the lead to a job story that she wrote with Mosaic Technologies. So while it's just so unique that she can use words like that in our industry, because job stories typically that show up in our trade pubs are very straight to the point, right there. This is the work that's getting done and this is how they're doing it. Alyssa is so good with her words, and Padilla is such a good partner that we have. It sounds like a book.
That sounds like a story.
Yeah, and that's a lead in to a story about Mosaic Technologies, who's a contractor up in northern Wisconsin, who's using our RT 125 quad plows, putting fiber in the ground so these rural communities can have high-speed internet. So it's awesome. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Alyssa and Padilla up in Minnesota, and I wanted to say thank you to Lynn Bender with Mosaic Technologies for allowing us to come up there and interview them and tell their story of the awesome work they're doing there. But that's a different kind of little intro that we've ever had before for Beyond the Moon, a Ditch Witch podcast. So here we are. We're off and running. We've got Stella Stevens that's going to join us today. Stella is the executive assistant to our general manager, Kevin Smith. Did I get that right?
Yeah, correct.
And on top of that, she is a mini goat aficionado.
Yes.
So how did that come about? So you live in Pawnee, Oklahoma, which is just a kind of a neighboring community of Perry. I don't know, a half hour down the road or so. Mm-hmm. But you have a goat
farm.
I was going to say, I don't know what you would call it. How did that come about?
We don't have the goats anymore. So I was obsessed with goats. I mean, you see them on TikTok, on Instagram, like the videos of goats in pajamas. And so, they're
cute,
just so cute. They jump around. They're fun.
Right.
So it sounded like a really great idea. So we moved from Stillwater out to Pawnee, got some land, and I was like, oh, well, we got land, let's get goats.
Obviously, that's the next step.
They take care of grass. They're cute, but they're destructive.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
So how many goats did you have?
So we started with 4.
Okay.
My husband got them for me for Mother's Day one year. Got me 4. And they multiply like gremlins. So we ended up, I think when we got rid of them, we had like 14 or 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what would you're talking like miniature goats. Mm-hmm. They're not like fainting goats, right?
No.
Because those are funny too.
Oh, yeah, those are funny.
I would like those too. So what does one do with mini goats? It's not like you get goat milk, or it's not a food source, I wouldn't think.
No.
Just pets?
It's just a hobby. Yeah, pets. Yeah. So, we would, once they started multiplying, we were selling them.
Okay.
And I mean, they sell quick.
Oh, yeah. Everybody wants a little goat.
In pajamas.
Yeah.
Or with a tutu if it's a girl,
Or a little goat in diapers.
Right, yeah. So we would just dress them up and sell them.
So are we still in the goat business, or?
No. We ended up getting rid of them. They're, like I said, they're destructive. You can't really have anything with them. They're escape artists. You can't really pin them up. So if you want trees or plants or flowers, you can't have goats.
Goats are going to goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about that too a little bit. Did you maybe planted an orchard of some sort?
Yeah, so I planted 10 trees, fruit trees, And each one was, a couple $100, and they got out one day and just demolished it. They were gone.
And then you got no more trees.
Yeah.
And you got goats that need spankings.
Yeah.
So, okay, goats are gone. Now what happens on the Stevens farm in Pawnee?
Yeah, so now we have cattle and chickens.
Oh, okay.
So I have, 13 chickens.
Yeah?
That just kind of run all over the place.
So egg prices do not matter.
No.
Actually, you probably want the price to go up because you can
Yeah.
slang them a little higher.
Yeah, I mean, we really don't sell them. We give them away. Like Emily, I told you
missed
yesterday,
opportunity.
I'm Emily's egg dealer. So I bring her eggs to work every once in a while.
I like it. Egg dealer. That's a good way to
Yeah.
put it. Okay, so let's talk about your daughters. What's the age gap between your girls?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
So the oldest one, what's her name?
Jordan.
Jordan. What does Jordan do?
So she, up until this year, was a teacher. She taught 5th grade in Stillwater.
Okay.
And then this summer, she wrapped up her master's in educational psychology. So this is her first year as a school counselor.
I wonder how much different that is for her.
Very different.
Yeah.
Her first 2 clients, as we called them, were pre-K, crying because they didn't want to be at school.
Yeah. You're like, hey, I don't want to be here either.
So
But
she was like, I don't know what to do.
yeah, that's all right. She'll learn it on the fly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. And then you have another one 5 years later. What's her name?
Nicole.
Nicole. And Nicole is military girl.
She is a military girl, yeah.
So you don't have a military background. Her dad doesn't have a military background. There's
Nope.
not a whole lot of military around. So how did she end up choosing that path?
Yeah, so one of the Army recruiters came to her high school.
Yeah.
And they talked to them. And I think the selling point to her was you can go to college for free.
Yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that doesn't sound
Yeah.
bad. So, and you have to tell on one of them, I'm not sure which one it was, but this is something that you and I related to and kind of bonded over just a few weeks ago. One of your daughters was trying to buy glasses or something at the optometrist.
Yeah.
What happened there? I think I walked by and maybe you were on speakerphone
Yeah.
with her. Like, paint that picture. What was happening?
Yeah, so we FaceTime all the time.
Okay.
Love technology. So
Yeah.
she calls me and she's like, I need to go get glasses, but I can't do it by myself.
Is this Nicole?
Yeah, this is Nicole. She's like, are you coming to Tulsa anytime soon?
Yeah.
Because she lives in Tulsa.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure. I was like, I guess. And she was like, well, I don't know if these look good. I was like, well, just ask one of the people there.
Right.
And she
Somebody
was
will
like,
help you.
Mm-mm. She was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, they're busy. Yeah, they're really not busy. That's what they're there for.
Right, that's what they're
Yeah.
there for. So she's just so introverted,
She is, yeah.
perhaps, and maybe
Very.
reliant on technology.
Yeah.
And we kind of bonded over that because my kids are the same way. At least my 2 daughters are. You would think it's like they can't hardly order their own meal at a restaurant.
No.
They're 13 and 18.
It is so crazy how kids are.
I know, and I'm the opposite. Like I just, as everybody that's watching or listening knows, I just say stupid things, and I'm okay with it. And I always think like, what's the worst that could happen? You know, somebody's going to think I'm X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll probably never see that person again.
You know, it's funny. We were talking about that this morning at home because my husband was like, man, I wish I could get hold of Sean because I could give him some good stories.
Oh, what's
I
his
was like,
number?
he would love that. He
Yeah,
would love
pause
that.
filming. Pause
Like,
filming.
there's-
We get a hold of him.
Like, you're so much alike. When he told a story, so he was like, I would tell him how when we go out to eat, like when a server comes up to the table and they're like, hey, I'm Sean. I'm going to be your server today.
Right.
He's like, oh, hey, I'm James. This is Stella.
That's right. Yeah, we're making dinner
And I'm
plans with
always
somebody
just
afterwards.
so embarrassed. Yeah.
So in the role that you have, you're the first person that a lot of people see. You're the first person that I see every morning when I walk into the office. There's several other 100 other people that walk in, and you're the first person. And what was it like when you started at Ditch Witch to kind of have this role?
Yeah. So prior to Ditch Witch, I was running medical offices.
Okay.
Which like office manager for medical offices. So I pretty much stayed to myself. I did some hiring, stuff like that, created schedules. But yeah, this is definitely the first job that I ever had where I really had to be more outgoing and social. So
Yeah.
it was a really big transition.
When did that start? When did you start at Ditch Witch, and just kind of talk me through your first 6 months or so?
Yeah, so I first started at Ditch Witch in 2015,
Okay.
May of 2015. I was actually hired by Dennis, who was the president back then.
Yeah, he was new too, right?
Yeah, he had just started a month or two before me. So he had a couple of key positions that he was hiring for, and one of them was mine.
Yeah.
So you knew Dennis. He's very outspoken.
Yeah. Huge personality.
So there's really no room for shyness or being introverted in Dennis's presence.
Right. And you told me a story too, and I think this was pre-Sean when this was happening, because I don't remember it happening. I started in 2018, so that you guys have been kind of rolling for 3 years now, but when you would come out, so how the Ditch Witch office is set up, it's just like open office area, and there's just cubicles everywhere, and you can see a couple hundred people at any point if you kind of just look up and it's out there. So
Yeah.
Dennis, the previous president, used to do a thing when you would walk out of a conference room or the restroom or wherever, it didn't matter, all the way across the building, and what would happen if he would spot you across the wayside?
So there was a movie back, I think in the 50s, called A Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a guy at the top of the stairs would scream, "Stella!" Yeah. So Dennis thought it was hilarious to do that.
I'm sure you thought it was also equally hilarious.
Sure.
Sure. That's the deal.
Yeah.
So, Dennis was outspoken. He was a wild card, and he did a good job while he was there. And we have a new leader now in Kevin Smith, who came in about, 5, 6, 7 years ago, give or take. So what, is he the same to work with as Dennis, or what's the experience of working with Kevin Smith versus your original boss?
Yeah. So Kevin is much more laid back. He's like a breath of fresh air. I mean, he's just so... he's easy to work with. He's easy to work for. You know what to expect.
Do you ever get tired of like being his assistant? Do you ever just go, why don't you book your own flight? Or I'm not going to schedule a meeting for you. Like, is there any, I'm trying to get a little dirt on Kevin here. So we got the VIP in the room. So we'll see what she's willing to talk about. Is there anything that he does that's annoying to you, or you go, I wish something else would be different, or is he just peachy all the time?
He's pretty peachy all the time. I mean, honestly, in the 5 years that I've worked for him, I've seen him get bent out of shape, but it's never like what most people would consider bent out of shape. Like you can tell he's frustrated with something, but he doesn't take it out on anyone. He doesn't, he's been great. Yeah. And as far as my role, he's offered developmental opportunities for me to move other places, and I mean, I like what I do. I have, the freedom that I have, and my job is never the same.
That's what I was going to ask too. What does an executive assistant do? So you walk in, I mean, today's probably a little bit different day than a normal day, but on just a regular Wednesday, you walk into the office at whatever time you get there, 7:30, and what does your day-to-day look like?
In regards to what a typical executive assistant does, my job is completely different. So, I think the standard job is, calendar management, travel, reporting, things like that. Yeah. My job is that Kevin really likes to handle his own reports. I help with it sometimes. Sometimes if there's one thing I could say about Kevin, it's that.
Oh, here we go.
That he is not very good at, he's good at delegating, but when it comes to that stuff, like he knows what he wants and he takes care of that.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's like I don't know what the word is, opposite of a micromanager, maybe?
Right, yeah. Yes, he's definitely not a micromanager.
So you have unique access to the leadership of Ditch Witch in your role, and you sit in a bunch of meetings with our executive leadership team. What are they like behind closed doors? I mean, because people see them and they're very buttoned up, and obviously we're a big company and we're a successful company, so they're very business-minded, but give us a peek behind who is Jamie Wines and Tucker Dotson and Kevin Smith and Shane Kirtley and the rest of the leadership team.
Like you said, they're buttoned up, but they come across as exactly what they are. Yeah. They're all very laid back, very good people. They don't, even though they have the roles that they have, they maintain life like everybody else does. Yeah. Kevin is helping his son rebuild a house from top to bottom, which
Right.
would throw most people off. Like, yeah, you have the money to hire people
Yeah,
to
people
come and do all
that,
this.
right?
Like all the way down to like plumbing and
Yeah.
I mean, like he's handling all of it. It's so crazy to me.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome, and they all have their offices and stuff, and there's not anybody on our leadership team that I would feel intimidated to walk into their office if that door's open. So I think it's just kind of a testament to Ditch Witch and honestly Kevin's leadership that is the way that we operate. That everybody's kind of a open door policy, and if you want to talk, regardless if you're Sean Hubbard or a director or anybody on the floor, doors open. Let's talk about it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and we have had several people come from out on the floor, for whatever reasons they're coming that want to talk to Kevin, and he does have an open door policy. They go in and they talk to him like anybody else would.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. I would think maybe as a executive assistant that it would be like part-time bodyguard. Like maybe you could just block the door if he didn't want people in there.
Yep.
But he hasn't asked you to do that?
No, I've thought about it sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes people come up and they're looking kind of heated. But
Yeah. It's like,
yeah,
he can handle it.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, we are bumping up against time here, but we were talking the other day and you had a awesome story about how you and your husband got married. I know you're I almost said Lord of the Flies. Is that a movie?
I think that is a
Or
movie,
book
but
or
it's
something?
definitely not the
I don't know.
same.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings. You have a fascination with Lord of the Rings, and there's a
do.
connection with how you got married.
Yeah.
So if you could just kind of tell me about James, what he does or did for a living, something about helicopters, and then you guys got married, and it's just a really cool story. So I wanted to wrap up with that.
Yeah, so we had both been married before. So when we started talking about, planning getting married, we wanted to elope, not in the official sense, like everybody knew we were getting married, but we wanted to do like a destination wedding somewhere where we would have memories.
Yep.
And at the time, he was doing aerial line work. So he is a power lineman.
Okay.
So he was doing aerial line work, which is from helicopters. So they work on the big transmission lines that you see out a lot in rural areas. They hang from helicopters.
Yeah, I'm out.
The helicopter drops them down, and they work on the transmission lines.
Yeah.
So he loved it. That's what he was doing at the time.
He's kind of crazy then.
Yeah.
You'd have to be. Okay. Anyway,
We're definitely opposites because I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah, I'm not doing it either.
So I found a place in New Zealand that actually did mountaintop weddings.
Oh, okay.
That was their specialty. So they would fly you up to a mountaintop. They handled everything, and you paid them, and they did it all.
Yeah, you just get on the helicopter and go up there.
It was cool to find out that one of the mountains where we had the option of getting married, was right next to one of the scenes from The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome.
where we got married.
So were you a Lord of the Rings fan before?
Oh, yeah.
That? Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. I'm sure you have some pictures of your lovely day with
We do,
one of your
yeah.
favorite books in the background.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Awesome, Stella. Well, thank you so much for coming up here. I know Shy Stella would be so proud of you for being an extrovert and putting yourself out there a little bit. So I appreciate the time.
Yep.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining us this week, and we'll be back as soon as we can with another guest. See you next time.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of Beyond the Moon. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform and follow us on social media @DitchWitch.